about your thoughts on that game.
Well, tough loss for us.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Ric Wesley Show. I'm DJ Foster, joined by Grand Valley State head men's basketball coach Ric Wesley. Ric, it's the first time we got to talk to you in 2012. Since we last talked, you've played a number of games. You had big home victories over Northern Michigan and Michigan Tech right before Christmas. Then you went to the Gannon Porrico Cup right before New Year's Eve. You went 1-1 at the tournament. You lost to Seton Hill in the opening round and then defeated a good Malone team in the consolation game. Flip the page to 2012, and you went on the road this weekend, and you had a good 53-39 victory over Saginaw Valley State this past Thursday. Nick Waddell had 14 points, 13 rebounds. Breland Hogan led your team with 16 points, but Ryan Saban also played well with 11 points and a big three-pointer late in the game. But first and foremost, it was your defense that was just absolutely tremendous on Thursday night.
Yeah, that's a lot. A lot of stuff has happened.
Yeah.
Certainly Thursday was one of our better nights. Saginaw Valley is a team that always gives us fits. They have very strong guard play. They really have the ability to penetrate, get into the inside of your defense, create a lot of problems. So we really had extra attention to that over the course of the week, getting ready for them. And I thought our guys, it was one of our better efforts from start to finish defensively. We were able to contain their penetration a little bit better in the past. Probably got to break one of their good players. Fugate went out early with, I think he probably had a concussion. He hit his head on the floor. So I'm sure that played a part of it. But start to finish, our concentration was good. Our effort was strong defensively. And then in the second half, down the stretch, you mentioned Nick Waddell and Breland Hogan in particular stepped up and really played well, and Ryan Saban hit a big shot late. So a really good win for us, a good way to start the week, a good way to get back into conference play.
Yeah, then you went up to Sault Ste. Marie on Saturday to play Lake Superior State, and in a game that you didn't shoot very well in the first half, but you're still only trailed by 3 at halftime, 27-24. You ended up falling 69-57 as Lake State they shot the ball very well from three-point range. They made 28 free throws. They were at the line a lot, which is always tough to see, especially when you're on the road. James Thomas had 16 points and 9 rebounds. A bunch of those points came late in the second half, but as a team, you only shot 32%. I'm sure you weren't thrilled with that number, and I don't think Lake State's 12 points better than you guys, but they were on Saturday.
Yeah, they certainly were. Hats off to them. This was a game we were really concerned with. I think Lake State has a nice team, good balance of perimeter guys, inside guys. They're not a young team. They've got quite a few veteran guys on their team. And I knew they would be ready. They've gotten off to a little bit of a tough start in conference. They were 1-4. Certainly, I didn't think they'd be 1-4 at this point, and I know they didn't either. So they were a team with their backs against the wall, somewhat of a desperate type team, and they played out and played that. It came out and played that way. And they say for the first half, we were able to kind of hang in there with them. In the second half, I just felt like they were the aggressor. They made the plays, and we came away with a loss. So. Disappointing loss, particularly coming off a good win on Thursday. But that's might very well be the way the conference season is going to go. A lot of balance in the conference.
Right.
They give a night anybody can beat anybody.
Disappointments all around. We even got our new TV back here having some problems, but we'll keep on rolling through our first time through on this new set. Coach, 26 regular season games you guys play. You're now 9-4, so you're right at the halfway mark. You're 5-2 in the GLIAC. Kind of assessing the first half of the season, what are your thoughts on your team, how you look right now?
Well, our last game wasn't a real strong effort, so probably a tough time to ask me that question. Number one, I like our guys. I like our group. They get along well. We've got very good chemistry. They're good personalities. They're fun to be around. Their willingness to work every day has been good. So, from that standpoint, I've enjoyed this group. I do think we're lacking a little bit in frontline size as well as depth compared to what we've had in the past, and that's put us at a little bit of a disadvantage. So our margin for error is not as great as I wish it was, and we have to play well to win. And we're playing some younger guys that in the past maybe we wouldn't have to rely on so much, but this year they're getting opportunities, and in the long run, they're going to be better off for it. But there's some learning pains going through not only with our freshmen, but with our junior college players.
Sure.
Those guys don't have much time to learn on the job. So It's a good group. It's a fun group. I think we're going to have some good moments. We've got to keep pushing them to, push the learning curve a little bit. They've got to play like veterans, even though they're not. And when they do and they play well, then I think we can beat anybody. But by the same token, like I said earlier, I think pretty much anybody in our league can also beat us on a given night if we're not at our best.
One of those teams that can beat you. You face Northwood this Wednesday. They were one of your only 4 losses in the first half of the season, I guess that's what you want to call it. They beat you 64-44 on December 7th. You return home this Wednesday to face them at 8 o'clock p.m. And then in your only other home game of January, you have Hillsdale coming in on Saturday at 8 p.m. Hillsdale's undefeated in the GLIC as of now. They face Wayne State on the road on Thursday, in what will be a tough game for them as well. So they have a tough week ahead, but so do you. You have a rematch against Northwood, and then the unbeaten in the conference, Hillsdale Chargers coming in. Talk about the week ahead for you.
Well, it's a tough week, and like I say, Northwood really handled us pretty good over at their place. They're a kind of a veteran team. They've got all their perimeter players back. Again, some of those guys for the second or third year. Mm-hmm. They've added a couple big front line guys that are quality players. So they've got more momentum, more confidence than they've had in the past. Again, over at their place, they shot the ball extremely well. They're difficult to match up with because they've got a lot of perimeter guys that are able to make plays. And now with the addition of some size in the front court, they also have a low post threat. So that's going to be a tough game. And then we follow up with the team that is probably picked to win our conference, Hillsdale, which they're a veteran team that's been good in the past. They think this is their year, right. And they're off to a great start. So this is going to be a challenging week for us. We're back into school, which sometimes is good, sometimes bad. Maybe getting back in a routine. There always seems to be a little more life on campus, a little more energy. Maybe we can feed off of that. So I would expect our guys to come back strong and prepare themselves, and hopefully we can come out and play well.
Well, there we go. 2 more home games for Grand Valley State. Their only home games of January. Northwood on Wednesday at 8 o'clock and Hillsdale on Saturday at 8 o'clock. Coach, best of luck. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching the Ric Wesley Show. I'm DJ Foster. Thanks for joining us on the Grand Valley Sports Network.